Yeah, that ain't all chicken kebabs, steaks and burgers. You've got to get your greens into you. Super savers, fat peas. I don't really like them all that much, but I want that tin. Oh, good afternoon everybody. It's been quite an eventful day really today. I hope you're not getting any wind noise. It's quite windy and that camera isn't very good for cancelling out. It's got a wind cancelling function, but I haven't noticed any difference with it, so that's brilliant. My new meat rack, basically, I guess you could use it for toaster or any other things really, but generally that'll be a piece of steak, a piece of chicken. It's quite big and it's proper solid. I've used tent pegs, just bent them over. They can't come out of there. These ones can come out by unhooking them, like so, so that you can fold it away. I'm going to make this a little bit more arched so it gets into the middle and sits there more, so it won't slide, although it doesn't really much. But then, yeah, then that's totally adjustable. Takes a little bit of room up, but I think it's worth it. Grill thing, I was happy with that. That was a little bit of a result. Might not look the most appealing, but to me that's the equivalent of gold. This was a great result. Fantastic. I shall dry that out at home a little bit further. It's proper, almost like leather. It's real good stuff. Add a bit to my tin, because my tin is out of the birch. It's also out of char cloths, I noticed. So what we've got in my little, I call it a tinder box, but whatever, is a little bit of thermal plastic. It melts and you can just make any shape with it. I think it deserves to go in every tin, personally, that you've got, but each to their own. A gorgeous piece of fat wood. So much weight in that, even though it's a couple of years old. Yeah. A little ember carrier, so that you can carry an ember around from one place to another. Ferrous rod, thermoplastic, you see. Just shaped it to fit that in there, clips in like that. And this is actually a file. I know you can use the back of your saw blade on the Swiss Army knife, but this shapes as well as, you know, you can get it nicely shaped, and also rub off little flints if you need. That's why I like that. Again, that's each to their own on that one, whatever you get on with. We've always got the cotton bud, but the new additions are these little earbuds, paper ones. The stem is paper, and then you've got a couple of little spark catchers, haven't you? You've got a lump of beeswax, multiple reasons. I don't need that much, I might reduce the size of that actually. These would be just bits of charcoal nice and dried, partly burnt, will easily catch. I would normally have char cloth wrapped up in tin foil like this as well, but I need to make some, so that'll be a future episode. And we've got my telescopic blow tube, which is actually just an old aerial off an old radio. Quite a handy space saving piece of kit. I mean, it's not the size of that thing, is it? This is a USB lighter, and you get a little red ring in there that you won't be able to see that, but that lights up, so you can possibly light a fire with it. I haven't tried, I'm not sure I'd want to. You get a hot ring in there. It's handy if you're a smoker. I can just get power from any of my devices nearly and get a little bit of a light. Then we've got little clips and things. Just a key ring. These are little fishing to hold your weights. Again, it's each their own, but I just like those little things like that. It's handy to be able to attach string onto something. This is just a very dry piece of what I would assume is birch, but ready to go. So dry. We've got little silicone gel pad. They're reusable. Pop them in the microwave briefly on low heat, and that'll get all the moisture out of it, and then that'll keep, you can just keep using them. This is a piece of tree sap from, I think, Scots pine. Yeah, another little nugget of tree sap. Looks like amber. In fact, quite a few nuggets of tree sap. And a bit of fat wood. A little pin thing. But yeah, that's it. There's not a lot in there really. But that can usually get a fire going. Pretty much all conditions. It's far too wet in the air, and I've got no chance. But in preparation for the fire, I thought I could get this nice dowel, hazel dowel, and dry it out at home, and also get everything prepared for a hand drill, not a bow. So it took me a while to work this out actually, which was a bit, it's like a yo-yo. You've got to anticipate the bounce. Now I haven't had hardly any goes with this yet, this is all new, but already I can see how this could work, and it really is quite good fun. Maybe I'm easily pleased, but yeah, it feels like a machine. Although, you know, it's not. It's pretty clever. So what we've got there obviously is the stone is creating a bit of extra weight, but also more girth, and is able to give a better spin, so that it will actually spin for quite a while after you've done anything. But the slightest push So I reckon, oh wow, yeah. Oh, you can really get that going. I mean, that's spinning at least as quick as a bow. And I haven't quite got the hang of it yet. But yeah, that's warm. I wouldn't say it was hot, but it was warm. I'm using a rubbish piece of wood really, which is still drying, but that's a bit of hawthorn hardwood, which is not really what you want. But I just wanted to make sure that everything was ready for when and if we get this dry spell. Just for 4 days, I think. If it stayed dry for 4 days, then I'll give it another go, and I'll be a little bit confident about success, one way or the other, whether it's bow or hand. Another little tip, I mean it's kind of an obvious one, but this is the coolest part of this woods. It's only a few steps away from where I am camped, and that's my milk. There. It's about 26 degrees over there in the sun. So we'll do a quick temperature check to see what it's like in that hole and see what the difference is, because I think that'll be remarkably cooler. And also we are currently bending these poles around this big post here. I'm just keep moving these pegs out a little bit further each day, or each time I come. We had a bit of rain, which was great for this. It likes to be wet when it's bent, really. Steamed preferably, I believe. But yeah, I'm trying to make a another bow saw.